Hello, everybody.
What's up?
Welcome, welcome. Do you have a
Mine's not on.
stream coming through?
I can hear you.
What's going on? Oh, I'm not plugged in. There we go.
Technical difficulties.
Can you hear me now?
There he is. There's Jake.
No, we're live on Misty's personal. We're live on Misty's personal Facebook right now.
We're live on Missy's
Hold
personal
on.
Facebook.
We're just gonna have to figure this out. How did that happen?
I have no idea.
I don't know because we switched it and went live.
After you said that it was completely fine.
All right, give us a second,
Hold
YouTube.
on. YouTube, thanks for being here. We're trying to get to Facebook too. We'll figure it out.
That's fine.
Keep talking for the Facebook people.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, I mean,
Did you see us on CBS Sunday morning?
yeah. Did you guys catch us on CBS Sunday morning yesterday? That was so cool. We are so grateful for all the wonderful things that they showed about Hamilton and Missouri Star. It was just a really great little piece. So that was fun. Let's see, what else? We're getting ready to head to Jenny on the Road, heading to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. There are some limited tickets still available for that show. It's our largest Missouri Star event ever, which is amazing. Super, super excited about that. And then we also, next week, will be in Ocala. I found out Friday that I've been saying that wrong all along. I just do what I'm told, and I was told wrong on that. So Ocala. We'll be there for 2 shows. The first one is sold out, but you can still get tickets for that Friday show. And we would love to see you there. So be sure to join us. And it's super fun. And that's why we're actually live today, because we will be traveling the next 2 Tuesdays. And so we won't be here in studio. So we wanted to make sure we got to spend some time with you before that. But yeah, it's been really, really fun. And we love Jenny on the Road, and we really look forward to it. So like I said, there's some tickets still available if you guys are interested. Be sure to grab those. If you're in the neighborhood, you will not regret it. It's a lot of fun. All right, guys, are we up to Facebook?
Yeah, here's coming.
All right, we have the whole gang. Gang's all here. All right, well, so welcome.
How many people does it take to plug in a light bulb?
A lot, unfortunately. Sorry about that. So Facebook, if you're just joining us, and we had a little bit of technical difficulties, so YouTube's been around with us for a minute, but we appreciate you being here. Welcome to Missouri Star Live. We're live on Monday this week, like I said before, because we're going to Jenny on the Road. So we're heading to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee tomorrow, and then we will be in Ocala, Florida next week.
Okay,
so.
did we do call-outs already? 'Cause that was a
No,
little...
we got no call-outs.
Oh, we got a hello from Italy.
Hi.
You know, NBD.
Who is it? What's her name?
Spade. Rossi.
Awesome.
I don't know. Sorry if I messed that up. All right. We also have Texas again. Atlanta, the Potter's wife.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here. It is...
We have a Pigeon Forge. Wait, I'm coming to Pigeon
Oh,
Forge.
she's coming to Pigeon Forge. Excellent. That will
Holly,
be so fun.
we will see you. No, Misty will see you there.
Yeah, I'll be in Pigeon Forge. Jake is holding down the fort with the kids, but then our whole family, Jake and I, and our 3 kiddos will be in Ocala, and we're super excited about that. So that will be super fun. So, in case you don't know this, March is National Quilting Month. Oh, yay! Everybody
Yeah,
celebrate.
big deal.
Woo, we love that. And so since it is National Quilting Month, we thought, what better than to share with you some of our favorite Missouri Star exclusives that make quilting easier and more fun. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm super excited. And first up, one thing that actually gets a lot of people into quilting is t-shirt quilts. And so...
Well, wait, before we get on,
What?
exclusively,
Yeah.
somebody just said, I'm loving the All-Star Block of the Month.
Oh, I know. It's been amazing. That's true. That is a
that one of
Missouri
the
Star
exclusives we have
exclusive.
listed?
It's not, but it is a fabulous one. And so that's been a lot of fun. And it's just been so great to see that Facebook group and the community grow. And so thank you, all of you who are participating along with Jenny and the whole crew on the Block of the Month. That's been really, really fun. But I want to talk about the t-shirt template. And so this is in her class that we offered, and it is so cool, and it's actually one that I don't think we feature quite enough. And like I said, it's one that gets a lot of people into quilting, so we thought we would show you why this is such a great product that we offer. So I have a t-shirt here. This is from our Missouri Star Academy last year, which if you don't know, we will be doing that again, and tickets actually just went on sale today for that, and that will be happening here in Hamilton June, is it 10th and 11th? June 10th and 11th. So you can get those tickets on our website. So, oh, and there's a link in the post as well. Mary's taken care of you there, so thanks, Mary. All right, so the first thing I like to do to kind of prepare this is just cut off the arms of the quilt, and then we will square this up and use the template. So to get started, you can use a ruler to trim this off, but I'm actually just going to freehand with my rotary cutter to just cut out these side seams, because we're going to cut it down closer to what we actually want when we get there. So I've just got this out of the way, and then we're going to do the same thing over here. Just be very safe when you're not using a ruler. Like that. And then I'm just going to cut off these top seams.
Marie's asking if you can still get the block of the month.
So we are currently, more of the first month kids coming. They should be here at the end of this month.
So that's a great question. We've had quite a few people ask if you can still sign up for the block of the month, and you can. We are currently at this exact moment sold out, but we will have more coming. When did you say, Mary?
It should be by the end of this month.
By the end of this month. So if you add it to your wish list, then we'll notify you as soon as that's in stock. So make sure you do that. Okay, so now that I have this more manageable, like a piece of fabric, I'm going to go ahead and use some interfacing. I am using the Heat and Bond. Let me make sure I tell you the right one. This is the Heat and Bond fusible iron-on interfacing, and we had this confusion before. It's not actually fusible fleece. It just says that because they use the same roll. So this is the fusible interfacing. It's bumpy on one side and smooth on the other. And so what we're going to do is we are going to place this on the wrong side of our fabric. And you want to be really careful when you're attaching this, because you do not want to get your iron close to this screen printed area, because it will melt and ruin that. So I'm actually going to put that face down on my pressing mat. And then I'm just going to rough cut a chunk of interfacing here. Let's see, is this too wide for my shirt? Yes. So let's just do this like so. Dun, dun, dun. And I'll actually use my template so that I have a little bit of extra room and just make a cut. So then now I'm going to take this over here to my pressing mat, and again, you want to make sure you have the bumpy side down, because that is the glue that's going to stick to your t-shirt. And we're going to use this interfacing because it prevents the shirt from stretching when we sew it together. So I'm just going to put it like so, and I'm just going to press this on and make sure it adheres. There we go. Maybe wasn't quite hot enough over here. Give that one more good press. All right, that looks nice.
Linda's asking me how I'm doing, so I'm just going to jump in here. I'm fine. I'm doing good, you know?
Perfect. Yeah, jump in anytime. All right, so then now that we have that done, we can use our t-shirt template to center our design and cut that out. So you'll see here that there's this piece that pops out of the middle. This is great if you have like a pocket tee or like a chest logo that you want to cut out. This works great for that. But also I love that it pops out of the larger one because it makes it easier to center up your design. So let's make sure you guys can see what I'm doing there. So I am just kind of following this center square looking around, making sure I have about the same distance. Slide that way a smidge. And then now that I know this is centered, I can take my rotary cutter, oops, and cut around the template.
I mean, listen, guys, I'm just a little flustered. All this stuff happening with live.
Yeah, we had some technical difficulties that we don't usually run into, but
We
that's
went
all
live
right.
on Misty's personal page, so you can check out that mistake if you want.
There we go. And then if you have a rotating mat, this would be a good time to use it, but I'm just going to turn my whole t-shirt.
So somebody was asking if she's already got her blocks cut out, can you still add the interfacing?
Absolutely, you can. You'll probably just need to square them up again once you add the interfacing.
Yeah,
just to
iron
make
it
sure.
in, because even
Yeah.
ironing it might stretch it a little bit, but then just cut them back down to that perfect square and
you're good to go. Exactly, but when you're making a t-shirt quilt, you absolutely want to use interfacing. So then you can see there, we have this all squared up, ready to go, and then we can just, put it with any other quilt blocks or any other t-shirts and sew it into a quilt. I thought I would show you what we did.
use a dry iron.
Yeah, it should be a hot dry iron.
And what is the size of the
This
one?
measures, the big one is 12.5, and this one is 6.5. So when you sew, you could sew 4 of the 6.5 together, and it will equal the big one.
Yeah,
so when you're
cool.
assembling your quilt, if you have 4 of these smaller ones, you can sew it right next to your larger chunk. So it works out really, really well. And so we actually made this little Missouri Star wall hanging in our Celebrate issue of Block Magazine last year. And it also has some really fun setting techniques. You can see that here. Isn't that so cute? And then we also made a full-size quilt. Let me see if I can find that. Ta-da, ta-da.
I mean, if you're like me, you had, a bunch of band t-shirts from when you're a kid.
Right? Then this
You
is
gotta sew together a t-shirt
it's a great
quilt.
way to use it. Oh, there it is. There's Jenny and I snuggled up in this t-shirt quilt. It's so cute. And so we just used a lot of our event t-shirts and fun quilting shirts and made this great quilt. And then in Block Magazine, it shows you how to do this cute little star sashing in between, which is so fun. So anyway, I hope, if you didn't know, we have this great t-shirt template that now you do, and you will be willing to try it. And also another Missouri Star exclusive is our Block Magazine, which is the best. Amazing. All right. So do we have any questions about that before I move on to some of the next?
Is there a rectangle one?
So there's not a rectangle one, but again, that's what's so great about this, because you know that in order to make half of your block, you need it to be 6.5 wide. Then you can just use this template and measure over to 6.5, and you'll have rectangle.
Sorry, you could even use a small one and put on the bottom side of it to get your long ends.
What do you mean?
Like stack them.
Put 2 of them together?
No, just like that, and then make your cut so you're 6.5, and then put one on the other side. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, if you want it to be a bigger rectangle, I was saying if you wanted to do half of it, then you could just use the 6.5 line.
Yeah, if it's smaller.
Yeah, for sure. But it just is super versatile. And Natalie, when she did her class, she used sports jerseys and all kinds of different things when she was working on a quilt for my nephew. And by just using the template, she was able to make it work for all the various items that she had. And it was really, really, really cute.
And Julie's asking what that book was you were looking at.
Oh, this is Block, Volume 6, Issue 2.
I don't even, Block of the Month is a magazine that we produce.
Block is a magazine. Block of the Month is a program that Jenny has designed. She's designed an All-Stars Block of the Month that we have a Facebook group that goes along with that. So anyway, so that's super fun. Again, if you're wondering about that interfacing, it's Heat and Bond light iron-on, and we sell it in these little 1-yard packs, and then in this 5 1/4 yard roll, and then I believe it also is sold by the yard as well. So a couple different options for purchasing that on our site.
They're starting to ask where to get this stuff.
So anything I show you, you can always find at our website, Missouri Star, and there's a link in the description below for all of these products that'll take you right to it. All right, so Something else that's super fun and is on our set and we get asked about often are these little thimble cups. And this small size, I turned into a pincushion in a live, that was a while ago, huh? Almost 2 years ago, we made this into a little pincushion and it has lived on set for a long time.
We've been doing lives for 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Time
people.
flies when you're having fun. It's crazy. So we had this little size for a while and we just barely got this larger thimble container. And I love it so much. It's perfect to hold your scissors, rotary cutters, pins, and they just look darling. And so we have both of those.
We had one more question about the quilt,
Sure.
the t-shirt quilts. And it was just asking, how would you quilt it?
Oh, I would absolutely do edge to edge all over quilting on a t-shirt quilt. It just holds it all together and they turned out beautifully. So.
Well, the only time you really couldn't do that is because I watched Natalie's class, so I'm really educated now. Is if you have like embellishments or like
That's true.
sequins or something on there.
Right.
You
So
wouldn't be afraid
if
of
you
it.
have like, you know, maybe your granddaughter is a dancer and all of her shirts have a lot of bling on them or is in gymnastics, then those you will want to either custom quilt or, you know, maybe stitch in the ditch. You just don't want.
Or take that stuff off and maybe try to reapply it after.
I think that would be hard. I don't know how you would get it off without.
I mean, harder than custom quilting the entire thing?
Well, you can you know, stitch in the ditch around each of your blocks. So there's some options, but if you have any type of embellishment that could break a needle, that's really dangerous and you don't want to do that. So good call out, Jake. He's right. But anyway, any other?
All the products and the prices are in the description.
Yep, it'll take you right to our website. So anyway, these are super cute. Like I said, the thimble cup and the thimble container, these are both exclusively to us here at Missouri Star, and we just love them. And I think they come in a couple colors. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, they're available in a few different colors, and they're all really, really cute. And so then again, I'm sure you know that we release a tutorial every Friday. Jenny is an amazing teacher, and we release a free tutorial on our YouTube every Friday, and it's something we're really proud of. But along with our tutorials, we also have written patterns that go along with those. We have written patterns, and then again, they could be in Block Magazine, but I thought I would show you just a few of the incredible quilts that you can find in our tutorials and the patterns that go along with them. So the first one is one of my favorites. It's called Antique Lace, and I will hold it up for you.
We're kind of running a little bit behind, but I got to jump in here for Jan.
Okay.
She's asking if those thimble cups are for sale.
They are.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Everything we show you. So this one is called...
and you find the link in the description there of the video.
This one is called Antique Lace. Isn't it so pretty? And like all of Jenny's tutorials, it might look challenging or more difficult, but she has a trick for making it easy for you, so be sure to check that out. So pretty. I just love this one. There's some threads on here. It's driving me crazy, but I don't have enough hands. But that's all right. So anyway, I thought you guys would like to see that one. Okay. And let me grab this one. This one is called Rick Rack.
I also got a shout out here. Carrie saying she's going to make a memory quilt for a friend. We had somebody up here make one.
The most incredible memory quilt. I should have her come up, but she probably isn't ready yet.
Have her come on?
Yeah.
What?
She doesn't want to. It hasn't been given
we
yet.
We can't.
So he hasn't, the person it's for hasn't seen it, so we can't ruin the surprise, but it is incredible. So anyway, this is the Rick Rack pattern. Isn't that so cute? And you can really see why Jenny decided to call it Rick Rack with these little triangle details on the side. It's exactly what it looks like. So fun. So remember, you can find a tutorial for this.
So were these the fabrics that the quilt was actually made out of for the tutorial, or is this a different fabric?
It's very possible that it's the one, I believe this is the tutorial quilt, and I think this one is from Block. And so if you're not familiar, we actually make each of our quilts about at least three times. So how that works is they'll send Jenny fabric for the tutorial, and she'll design it and make the quilt for the tutorial that you guys will see, and then they write the pattern backwards. So once Jenny's designed the quilt, then they write the pattern, and we test that pattern with a different line. And then once the pattern's all good to go, we can release the video, and it can go into Block Magazine. And since that pattern test is made a lot of times with scraps, then they'll make it one more time with a new line that goes into Block Magazine. And then all of those quilts get to decorate our 13 shops here in town. So it's really, really fun. And we have a whole quilt library that's actually one of our cameraman, Isaac, his wife, Aislinn, is our quilt librarian. So she keeps track of all of that. Librarian. Come on. Anyway, so it's super, super fun. And we have so many great quilts. And so you might see some that are hanging that you didn't see on a tutorial. And when you change the fabric, it always really changes how the quilt looks.
Somebody was asking, the Rick Rack quilt looks hard. Is it?
It is not hard.
Nothing we do is hard. Come on,
everything's
right.
Everything Jenny shows you, she has ways of making it so easy. And I promise if you just pull up the tutorial, you can start on it this afternoon. It's not too hard. Super, super fun. And then I just had one more I wanted to show you guys. And it is this one called Turnabout Granny Squares. And this was kind of inspired by those crocheted granny squares in quilt form, which is really fun.
What is a crocheted granny square?
You know that you crochet? Yeah.
Yeah, I know what crochet is. I've never heard of a granny square.
You've seen one, I promise. You would recognize it if you saw it. Amateurs, right? It looks a lot like this, but anyway, again.
Okay, Holly's wondering why they stopped getting the Daily Dill emails. A bunch of people are saying that. What is going on, Mary?
We've had a lot of questions about that.
We have a little tech issue.
Yeah.
We're working very hard on that.
We've had a little technical issue. We switched email providers.
They're all being sent to Misty's personal email.
Yeah, I'm getting all of them.
1,000 emails a day. She's stealing them all.
But we really are working hard to try and get that fixed. And if you feel like maybe you have a problem, you can reach out to customer service and they will reset it and get it squared away for you.
Email us at info@missouriquilt.com.
And you can email us at info@missouriquiltco.com.
Yep, that's what I was going to say. Perfect.
Yeah. But anyway, that's really all I wanted to share. I hope you guys have something fun in store for National Quilting Month, and we would love to know what you're working on this month. So let us know in the comments below. And we hope you have a fabulous week, and we will be back. What day is it, Mary, that we're? March 17th. But in the meantime, some of us will be live to announce those Golden Star prize drawings every day between now and the 21st. So very fun. Thank you guys so much for spending a little bit of your day with us.
Is there any more questions that you guys have real quick? We got a few minutes.
All right, perfect.
Why are the quilts folded different when you have?
Oh, that's a great question.
question.
Somebody wanted to know why some of our quilts are folded differently. We actually fold them on the bias. It's supposed to make the wrinkle lines less prominent. And
I think they change them from time to time.
Yes,
too,
exactly. We kind of change how we fold them so as they sit on a shelf, they don't get hard creases in the batting that stay there forever. And so just a little recommendation.
Bex is wondering if block of the month is the block running behind? Not block of the month, our block magazine.
Nope, should be right on schedule. Block magazine is right on schedule.
Please reach out to.
But if you have any trouble, reach out to customer service. Anything else?
Okay. You love your dad?
He's the best. Yeah, my mom and dad travel for us on the road, so you might see them at quilt shows all around the country. They are awesome. BJ and Kim.
Working on a yellow brick road.
Awesome.
Jacob's ladder. Everybody's like, hey, we're working on this. Do we have any rulers with a 16th inch marking on it?
I think all of ours just have an 1/8.
OmniGrid, what is that one? 16th inch? Let me look.
I know our Missouri
No,
Star
you
rulers do
don't.
not have a 16th inch, but some of the other lines that we carry might. I'll be honest, I'm not a quilter that worries too much about anything smaller than an 1/8. So you can usually make that work out in the seam. But if that's something that you're looking for, it's very possible that we have that from a a different manufacturer on our website, just check out the rulers on our Missouri Star website. So any other questions? I think we're good to go. I hope you have a fabulous week and a wonderful National Quilting Month, and I can't wait to see what you're working on.
Yep. See you guys later.
Bye.